57% of men report feeling lonely. The share of men with zero close friends has quintupled since 1990. This is not a character failure. It is an infrastructure failure. The institutional venues that once auto-generated male community, teams, military service, workplaces with tenure, congregations, unions, neighborhood clubs, have thinned or disappeared from most men's lives. What replaced them did not replace what they provided. The result is a man whose connections were built into his environment rather than built by his intention. When the environment changed, the connections dissolved. And many men discovered only in the aftermath that the network had never been theirs to begin with. The optimistic reading, the only useful reading, is this: infrastructure can be rebuilt, deliberately, intentionally, by a man who understands what he is constructing and why. The Norse built their brotherhood deliberately. The lid, the sworn fellowship of a Viking crew, was not assembled from pre-existing friendships. It was built from proximity, shared hardship, demonstrated reliability, and oath. These men did not become close because they liked each other. They became close because they needed each other, and the need, over time, became something deeper than preference. It became identity. Seneca wrote to his friend Lucilius, "Without a trusted man you can speak of everything, as fully as with yourself, you cannot be whole." He did not say this as an aspiration. He said it as a fact of human architecture, that a man without genuine confidants is structurally incomplete, regardless of how many people surround him. There are 4 principles for building brotherhood in a world that no longer provides it automatically. The 4th principle is the one most men are most afraid of. It is not the most difficult, but it requires the most courage, because it asks a man to be the first. Most friendships are formed by proximity. The Viking gentleman forms his by selection. The friendships most men form in adulthood are proximity friendships, people they happen to be near, colleagues, neighbors, the fathers of their children's classmates. These connections are not worthless, but they are not brotherhood. Brotherhood begins with a choice. Who is a man of character? Who tells the truth even when it costs them something? Who does what he said he would do without being reminded? Who is building something, in himself, in his work, in his family, that is worth being near? Identify 2 or 3 men in your life who meet this standard, not men you enjoy, men you respect. The enjoyment comes later, and it is deeper when it does. The lid was forged in the North Atlantic, not over drinks. Comfort creates acquaintances. Hardship creates brothers. The Viking crew did not become a fellowship at the mead hall. They became a fellowship on the water, where the cost of betrayal was death and the reward of loyalty was survival. The mead hall was where that bond was celebrated. The sea was where it was forged. Create shared experiences that require something. Train together. Build something together. Undertake something difficult that neither of you could complete alone. The modern equivalent of the longship journey is any shared challenge where both men are genuinely tested and both men see each other clearly. Men who have only met each other in comfort know the performance. Men who have met each other in difficulty know the man. Brotherhood without accountability is simply company. The Norse oath was not decoration, it was architecture. The Norse oath of the lid was not ceremonial. It was a binding commitment that each man in the fellowship would tell the truth to the others, including the truths they did not want to hear. Most friendships operate on an unspoken agreement of non-interference. You do not tell me when I am drifting from my own standards, and I will extend you the same courtesy. This is comfortable. It is also a slow and mutual diminishment. Brotherhood operates on the opposite agreement. You tell me when I am not living up to what I said I believed. You tell me directly, without cruelty, because you respect me enough to hold me to my own standard. And I will do the same for you. This is the hardest thing to ask of another man. It is also what makes him worth having. Every man who feels isolated is waiting for someone else to initiate, to call, to suggest the thing, to be the one who says, "I want to spend time with you." The mathematics of this are simple and catastrophic. If everyone is waiting, no one calls. The friendship recession is not caused by men who do not want connection. It is caused by men who want it, but are unwilling to be the first to reach for it. Be the first. Contact a man you respect and tell him directly, "I want to build something real with you." Not performance friendship, not convenience friendship, something that matters. This will feel awkward. It should. Directness about something that matters always feels exposed. The exposure is the point. It is the cost of the thing you want. The Norse warrior who was first over the rail of an enemy ship was not unafraid. He was first because he understood that what was on the other side was worth the fear of the crossing. The table was always large enough. The loneliness most men carry is not the absence of people. It is the absence of people they chose, who chose them back, who know them well enough to hold them to who they said they wanted to be. That is not found. It is built. The same way a longship is built, one plank at a time, by men who understand what they are constructing and why, and who know that when it is finished, it will carry them further than any of them could go alone. The forge is not a solitary place. It never was. The forge never stops. Neither do you.